DJ General Mealz.
Marvel has been working very hard over the whole pandemic to get out their next stage of MCU movies. And if you know anything about me, y'all know that I love the MCU. Like, I'm a huge fan of all of the MCU movies. Have not missed one. If I'm trying to think about it, I have not missed an MCU movie at all. And I may not have cared for any of them. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, I haven't really cared for a lot of them. Like Captain America, I didn't really care for. Original Thor, did not really care for. Like, those are not movies that I will watch by myself again, but I will watch those movies again after, I don't know. I'll watch those movies again. Like, if I'm watching the whole MCU lineup, I'll watch those movies again. But on their own, I won't watch them. Needless here, whatever, it doesn't matter. Today's news came out that the original Dr. Octopus from the early 2000s Spider-Man's is returning, which, once again, this is not news, but it's news. This basically says that we are getting the multiverse, which I've been saying on here for months. That's not shocking to anybody on here, but we're finally getting a multiverse. And that's what's great about this. I'm so excited about us getting a multiverse. It's gonna be so dope. It's gonna be dope, man. Big bombs for Marvel. It just means that we are, how can I explain it? We're gonna get the Spider-Mans. We're going to absolutely get Tobey Maguire to come back as a Spider-Man, because they've already said that Kristen Dunst, the original Mary Jane from the early 2000s, is in this. They've already said that Andrew Garfield, the Spider-Man from the mid 2000s, is in this. They've already said that Jamie Foxx and I think the Sandman are also in this. So we're all pointing to that. They're gonna intertwine all of the multiverses. And if you saw the Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, I think that was what it was called, the cartoon one with Miles Morales, they're gonna intertwine all of them together. They have Doctor Strange, who is over the multiverse. He's gonna be here, so it's just all good. We needed Tobey back. We absolutely need Tobey back. And the one thing that I did not like, thank you, Offermind, I appreciate you. The one thing that I don't, there is going to be an issue. I'm not gonna lie to you. The issue is that I saw that they have not finalized the deal with Tobey. So they're still working the kinks out with Tobey Maguire. According to them, they're already in production for filming this movie, but Tobey Maguire has not finalized everything. I think that's a problem. You just need to go on and pay him. Pay him whatever he needs, because we need Tobey Maguire. We cannot do a multiverse that does not have us seeing a Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. I would not be shocked if they don't even try to incorporate the cartoon version of Miles Morales, for the kids. I wouldn't care for that, but if they put like the cartoon version in the movie somehow, some way, kind of like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of deal, I would not be shocked. All of this to say, this is all dope. This is all really cool. And it's a great way that we can actually link all of the movies together. I always thought about, how are they going to link all these old X-Men movies with the new X-Men movies? Well, if you have a multiverse, you can have that everybody had their own different versions of X-Men. Whenever they came out with the original X-Men in the early 2000s, with Wolverine and Storm and all of them. Then they had the new X-Men where they were all younger. I always was like, well, how are they going to link these together? If they have a multiverse, it's great. It's a great way to bring them back. I can see this being the start of a lot of different things. I can see them bringing back the original 2000s version of the Fantastic Four. I can see them bringing in the failed version of the 2007 Fantastic Four, the one with Michael B. Jordan in it. I never saw that movie, by the way. I can see them bringing in different versions of the Hulk. I can really see them paying homage to all of the movies that succeeded and failed with this whole multiverse thing. So I'm really excited about this. And by the way, this was Spider-Man 2. that this guy came from. And I remember this movie, and this was a good one. You know, I think Spider-Man 3 is where the movie fell off at, but Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, you know, those are classic movies. Both of those movies are classic because in Spider-Man 1, that's when he was dealing with the Green Goblin and he killed him. And in Spider-Man 2, that's where the Green Goblin's son comes back and he's dealing with Dr. Octopus and all of this. Those were great movies, man. Like, as a kid, man, I was going crazy over these movies. So the fact that we have him, the Molina guy, who's gonna be, you know, reprising his role as Dr. Octopus, as well as Jamie Foxx, who's coming back as Electro, it's just gonna be so dope, man. So big ups to Marvel for just doing the right things, man. They just understand how to get my money each and every year. Like, I remember when the first Iron Man came out and I didn't care to see it. You know, I didn't care to see the first Iron Man because I'm not a big person into these, like, into these types of things. I'm just not a huge person into these types of movies. But when I watched it, I said, okay, that was a cool movie. And then when Incredible Hulk came out, I did not watch Incredible Hulk at all. Did not. But when Iron Man 2 came out, I said, okay, I want to watch this. Saw it. Then when Iron Man 3 came out, I was hooked. So then when they came out with Thor and Captain America, both of those movies were trash. But I watched them because, you know, I was like, all right, well, if Iron Man is in here or he's linked into them, then that'll be great. You know, that'll be cool to see him linked into this. So I thought that was cool. But seeing where it's at now, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see where it's going, what they're gonna do with this. So this is a really good idea, man. Congrats to Marvel for just making all of the right plays time and time again. When I tell y'all, when I saw the first Avengers and I was shook, and I had to, like, I saw the first Avengers 2 days before it came out. So on opening day, I had to go back to the theaters to watch it. That's how I knew I was hooked. So, man, shout out to Marvel for just doing the right things.
DJ General Mills.